everybody. Welcome to Sports Grind Season 2, Episode 9. My name is Tyler Wargo.
And I'm Nicky Perella.
And today we have a lot to talk about: the MLB AL and NLCS. We also will be talking about the NFL Week 5. And then last but not least, we'll be talking about the Lakers taking home the championship to LA. So
it's going to be a good show today.
It is. So let's go right ahead and go in with the MLB AL and NLCS. So we started off with the Astros just holding on as we saw that bomb by Correa with that walk-off home run, winning 4-3 in San Diego against the Rays. And they came up 2 games. So we like to see that. And that's actually a really good series right now that we are watching.
It is. Tampa is doing very well right now. As you can see, their first 3 games, they put out their 3 best pitchers. Their last 2 games where they've had to rely on their not as good pitchers, they've struggled. Now, they're going to be going with one of their stars again. Will Tampa Bay clinch a win and win Game 6 and move on to the World Series? Or will the Astros force Game 7? That's going to be a huge deciding factor is this game today.
The series is getting even better and better, obviously.
It
and
is.
I honestly can see the Astros coming up on top, actually. And I know how crazy that sounds, but, like, it's true. I mean, the Astros, they got heavy hitters. They almost have more hitters than the Rays, actually.
They do. Their hitting is so much better than the Rays. It's not even close.
You got Altuve, you got Correa.
You got Yuli Gurriel, you got George Springer.
And you got good pitching, too.
And Alex Bregman as well.
Yes. So, like, obviously, it's not going to be hard for the Astros to win the next 2 games. Because if they win 2 games, then they win the Heat series. So, it's a really close series right now with the Rays. But not with the Braves and Dodgers, though, as that is a slump. That is a 3-1 series right now, as the Braves beat the Dodgers 10-2 last night at the Global Field in Arlington. So, and honestly, I got something to say. Kershaw, he's not used to pitching against the heavy hitters. The heavy hitters know who Kershaw is. They know how to hit his curveball. They know how to hit his changeup. That's what's making it hard for Kershaw. Because Kershaw, you notice that he was doing well in the beginning of the postseason. And then leading up to now when they face the Braves, when it really comes down to the NLCS, he's now slumping because he's facing more powerful hitters than he has ever before. So this is a big challenge for Kershaw.
It is. The Braves offense has a really underrated hitting that people don't even talk about. I mean, you have the National League MVP, in my opinion, in Freddie Freeman. You got other hitters like Marcell Ozuna, Travis d'Arnaud, Ronald Acuna, Ozzie Albies. You have a really stacked lineup from top to bottom, and they really don't get enough respect that they deserve.
They can easily read Kershaw, and that's why you're seeing the bombs be hit, and you're seeing the RBIs and the runs from the Braves, because they already know who they're facing. But the Dodgers, their pitching is just a complete slump. And their hitting, they can't even get the bat on the ball correctly.
I mean, you're absolutely correct. When you look at the Dodgers hitters, they're supposed to be better than they are, to be quite honest with you. When you have 2 top 5 players in the league, in Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger, and you add in a bunch of nice hitters like Corey Seager, Justin Turner, you got Will Smith and Jock Peterson, you should be able to hit more than what the Dodgers are doing right now. We're against a lot of these pitchers. And by the way, the Braves pitchers have been absolutely impressive. Max Fried in Game 1 was very impressive. Ian Anderson in Game 2, very impressive. Game 3, Kyle Wright, he was horrid. But Game 4 against Kershaw, Bryce Wilson, who is a 22-year-old who's pretty much done nothing, came out and he had the best pitching performance of his entire career.
And it's just crazy because, like, the Braves, their pitching is just hot right now, but the Dodgers, it's like Braves up, but Dodgers pitchers down. And I think that's a huge difference in the series right now. And I definitely think that Dodger pitchers need to step up their game. And for me, liking the Dodgers, they always lose in the postseason against the Braves. Every playoffs they go into with the Braves, they always lose. They end up making it to the NLCS, but they always lose in the NLCS. It's very frustrating to Dodger fans, obviously.
It is. It is very frustrating. But you know what? They can beat this Braves team. The Braves' 5th starter right now.
You think we don't even know the Braves? You think they could beat the Braves?
They can. They still have a chance.
They got to win 3 games. 3 games. And they got to start winning now.
I understand. But the Braves do not have a very good pitcher going today. Dustin May is going for the Dodgers. He's going to be better than whoever will go for the Braves. So I believe that the Dodgers will win today for Dustin May.
I can see the Dodgers coming up on top today, but I mean they just got to keep it consistent with the win.
They just got to hit off their.
They do.
They just got to keep hitting. They got to get their bats rolling, and the Dodgers can turn this around. They're too talented to just.
We'll see. Exactly.
Like
it's terrible. They've been doing so well in the postseason. Then when they face the Braves, they're now like a 3-1 team. It's like it doesn't make sense.
I know.
It's annoying. Anyway, we go to NFL Week 5, which was last Sunday. As we start off with the Seahawks, just holding on 27-26, as Russell Wilson obviously making Pete Carroll happy. And honestly, the Seahawks looking pretty well, like always. I know that they've been winning games and keeping it consistent, so good job for the Seahawks right there.
Russell Wilson, MVP candidate so far, led the Seahawks down the field. They got the job done. Russell Wilson saying that he wants to be a lot like Joe Montana. He's proving it this season with the 5-0 Seahawks.
And the Vikings,
The Vikings have been struggling. They're 1-4. And, I mean, it's a tough year for Minnesota fans.
It is. But, I mean, like I said, the Vikings, they had their season where they either play really well or they really played really bad. So, we also go in the Superdome as the Saints just held on in overtime, winning 30-27 against the Chargers. And as a Saints fan like me, it's terrible to see the Saints win. But why do they have to be in overtime? They shouldn't even be in overtime. They should just be winning from the start. They don't deserve to be in overtime. That's what I'm saying. They lost Deontay Harris. He got hurt. Michael Thomas, I still don't know when he's coming back. And it's like, it's terrible for Saints fans to see because we know the Saints are better than that. We know that the Saints could definitely make the playoffs this year. We know that. But they got to keep the wins consistent because they've been on a win-loss ratio right now, and it's really troubling the team right now, especially Sean Payton.
Definitely. Michael Thomas being out has very severely hurt this team, more than actually most people would have thought.
I know.
And another thing is that the defense has not been that good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got to be better defensively.
Yeah.
I think once you get Michael Thomas back, be a little bit better defensively, I think the Saints will start winning more games. And as for the Chargers, who probably should have won that game off a missed field goal,
yep.
Justin Herbert looks really impressive. He looks good. Charger fans, I think you guys have gotten your franchise quarterback.
I think so too, honestly. So we move to a shocking game in Nashville as the Titans actually put a number on the Chiefs. Shocking game in Nashville as the Titans beat the Bills. And I know the Bills are a good team. They beat them 42-16. And honestly, I think the Bills are like, I think that was just like that was not their day. I think the Titans just got lucky because we could see the Bills do way better than that. Titans beat their undefeated streak. That shows something. So good job by the Titans right there. As we also move to the Bears, as they also got lucky beating Brady and the Bucks 20-19. They just held on by a point, so that doesn't really show a huge factor in them winning more games. I mean, they only won by like a point, so that was in Chicago. Maybe it was home field advantage. Maybe that's what got the Bears to win. But we also move on to the Texans as they conquer the Jaguars 30-14. Texans, they're not that good team, but I mean, they get their wins every now and then. That's what we like to see. Lamar Jackson, Ravens destroy the Bengals. I mean, we're not really shocked to see that. They won 27-3. Ravens still looking hot. We're not really shocked that they picked up that win. I mean, the Bengals, they're not that good of a team, so, I mean.
They're really not.
They're not. But the Ravens, we can see more coming from them as they continue to dominate in the league. So, we also take you over to Atlanta as the Panthers beat the Falcons 23-16.
I just want to say something about the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Falcons are a joke. They're terrible.
I don't like the Falcons either. I mean, I'm a Saints fan.
They're
obviously.
horrible.
They're in my division. So
they couldn't even beat Carolina.
No. They were good back then, but then they just completely fell off.
They fell off the cliff.
They fell. But I know Falcon fans don't like seeing that at all. But you never know. I mean, what if the Falcons win week 6? Who knows? But honestly, though, we would like to see more from the Falcons, especially from their offense.
I know, their offense is usually good, but
they're
now
usually good.
Where'd they go?
Where did they go? Honestly, but another shocking win as the Chiefs lose at home, 40-32. A lot of these big
That was a
teams
good game.
A lot of these big teams are losing.
I know.
Like, where did that come from?
But the Raiders are a sneaky good team.
They lost against the Raiders, but
they've been sneaky good this year.
They've been pretty good. They beat the Saints. They beat the Chiefs.
They're 3-2 right now, I think.
Raiders
right?
Raiders are definitely proving something for Las Vegas right now.
Yeah, Derek Carr's been playing well. Josh Jacobs, Henry Ruggs. They got a good offense going.
Normally the Raiders are like terrible.
Yeah, they're the laughing stock. Not this year.
Last year they were terrible. The year before, terrible. This
John
year,
Gruden is getting the most of his players this year.
Maybe it's because they moved to Vegas.
I know.
Maybe Vegas and Oakland.
Vegas lifestyle.
I guess so. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So Chiefs, and also about the Chiefs. Chiefs, obviously, as we know, they picked up Le'Veon Bell.
Yep, they added the former New York Jets running back Le'Veon Bell. He couldn't do anything with the Jets. Maybe he can do stuff with the Chiefs. Adam Gase is still terrible.
In my opinion, I don't think Le'Veon Bell should have made it on the Chiefs.
Really? Where do you think he should have went?
Should have stayed.
No, he's not staying.
Chiefs are already winning games. They're gonna be.
They weren't gonna use Le'Veon in New York. He's not good in New York. He has to go to somewhere good.
So we put him on the Chiefs?
Yeah, good on the Chiefs?
Put him on the Chiefs. But do you know that the Chiefs are looking really good this season?
They are looking good.
I don't think they need Le'Veon Bell.
Well, they could always use him anyway.
Oh my God. I'm done. There's
stop being salty. You're just salty that they're going to lose.
32
You're saying they're going to lose the Chiefs.
There's 32 teams in the NFL, so you put Le'Veon Bell on the Chiefs. I don't get that. Cardinals also hammered the Jets, 30-10. How about that, Mickey? No surprise there, as they just need better players for the offense and defense. That's all I gotta say. They just need a better offense and a better defense. I mean, I don't think trading Le'Veon Bell is gonna do anything. Hate to say that. So, yeah. Steelers also beat the Eagles 38-29 in Philly, and honestly, the Eagles not looking good this year. This is not their year. Maybe next year. But they've been losing games.
Carson Wentz has just been absolutely horrendous for the Eagles.
He's been getting a lot of sacks.
Yeah, tons of sacks, tons of interceptions.
Yeah.
He's not helping the Eagles' offense at all.
Nope. We would like to see more. Obviously, Eagle fans are not happy about that, but Steelers don't want to rise.
Yeah, they are. Big Ben is finally healthy. They got a really good defense. Mm-hmm. You know, they've been one of the better teams in the NFL over the history of the NFL, and they're just playing like they always have.
As we also take you to the Rams, also still looking hot as they win 30-10, but they did not play a bad team, so there was no shocker there, obviously. But also, the Dolphins, they actually won. Normally, we've been seeing the Dolphins lose games, so it's nice seeing Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins take a win as they won.
Ryan Fitzpatrick was great.
They won.
He was fantastic.
They won 43-17 against the 49ers. 49ers are not a good team, so that was kind of a good game right there.
It was.
But we did see the Dolphins come on top right there, especially in San Fran. It was hometown too, and it's nice to see that the Dolphins can get a win not home in Miami. So.
And another thing about San Francisco that I would like to mention is Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, he got benched at halftime. He was not good against the Dolphins. So the question is, are they going to continue with Garoppolo, or are they going to move on somewhere else? It's a good question for now and in the future.
They could definitely keep Garoppolo, because he could definitely make some improvements. So
we just need to see some improvement fast, because they were in the Super Bowl last year, and now they could be all the way down to not even in the playoffs this year, and that could be a big L for the Niners.
They really need to boost their game, honestly.
They do.
So also, we have two bad teams played each other in Dallas, as we have the Cowboys and the Giants. Cowboys actually won that game 37-34.
The big thing of the game, though, was Dak Prescott getting hurt. That was the biggest thing about that game.
Yeah, I know.
That was terrible.
It was terrible. It cost him the season.
It did.
And I know a lot of people are wishing him prayers and everything. We wish him prayers, obviously, because that is obviously not helping the Cowboys. That's also not helping his health either.
Definitely.
So, obviously,
the Cowboys are in a very
they're in a rough situation.
They're in a rough situation, no doubt.
They should be thankful they won, because I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I know this from the beginning. I knew that the Cowboys were better than the Giants.
Yeah, I know.
But
they won by a field goal at the end of the game.
Yeah,
you can't
so,
do that.
no.
The Giants are too bad of a football team
And I'm
to
just
lose by a
wondering,
field goal.
now that you lost Prescott, now we're going to be seeing some losing games from the Cowboys, in my opinion.
Well, Andy Dalton is kind of coming in, so maybe he can win games.
Andy Dalton had a slump.
But last time, yeah, in Cincinnati.
He used to be good, and then as the seasons went on, he was just getting bad.
But hey, maybe a new situation. Maybe he'll, be a decent quarterback, and maybe the Cowboys can still win some games.
We'll see. Lastly, the Browns winning Cleveland 32-23 against Andrew Luck and the Colts. So that was a nice win by the Browns, but we want to see the Browns keep that consistent because they're also on a win-loss ratio like the Saints. Like the Saints, you would see them win games, but then you would also see them lose games.
Definitely. Really good for the Browns. Very good for the running game. The Browns looking like a really good team right now.
In my opinion, I definitely think that they have a good shot at the playoffs, but they just need to keep working at it, in my opinion.
Definitely.
So that wraps it up for NFL Week 5. Lakers win the finals, and honestly, I saw it coming. As you guys know, a few episodes back, I did make my prediction that the Heat Lakers were going to play against each other, and the Lakers were going to win. I got that prediction correct. Thank you. You thought Raptors Clippers, nice job with that. But nope, Lakers won the series, and honestly, they really deserve that. They had a really stacked team. More stacked than the Heat, obviously, and the Heat deserve that. As we also saw LeBron James, he took MVP. So we like to see that from the Lakers and taking that championship home to LA. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers for winning the NBA Finals. And with that being said, I'm Tyler Wargo.
And I'm Mickey Perello.
And thank you guys for watching the Sports Grind Season 2, Episode 9. And yeah.